Hey guys, Justin here with AmericanTrucks.com, and if the factory halogen taillights in your 2016 through 2018 Silverado have seen better days, you might want to consider a subtle upgrade like the OE style dark red LED options we're talking about here today. Now these tails are going to be very similar to the OE lights, but with improved LED lighting, and will be DOT approved for all around the $400 price point for the pair. So in the land of aftermarket tails, I would say the OE style dark red options that we're talking about here today are going to be the safest bet in regards to adhering to the factory design or factory appearance, but without going all in with some crazy aftermarket appearance. Now, in fact, I actually dig these more than the stockers because first and foremost, they do kick in that bright and modern LED lighting, but on top of that, the slightly darker ruby color almost gives the illusion of a smoke taillight, but without being too dark or too over the top. Now, without a doubt, I would say my favorite part of these lights will be the diffused LED running lights that to me resembles the 2019 and newer Silverado taillights from the factory. So you're getting kind of that modern upgraded look, but in a very simple and OE styled package. Now your construction is pretty much on par here with the stockers in a lot of different ways, including the durable ABS plastic housing, which is then topped off with a red and clear polycarbonate lens. Now altogether guys, they have been designed using OE CAD data, and that's just there to ensure a factory-like fit. Now another nice thing to point out with these taillights is that they are a direct swap plug and play job with the stock taillights and require no modification whatsoever. The only thing you will need to do is just swap over your reverse bulb, or you could possibly use this as an opportunity to upgrade to an LED reverse bulb for a more consistent look with the rest of the taillight. Now coming in at or around the $400 price point, guys, certainly on the higher side given the OE styled option here, but do keep in mind that these options do kick in the LED operation, which is going to add to the price point at the end of the day. But just know, if you're just looking to simply refresh your stockers and don't need the extra lighting firepower in the form of the LEDs, you can certainly find some more affordable options here on the site. Now moving to the install, guys, and the site is going to call this a soft 2 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter, taking you 2 hours at absolute most to complete from start to finish. But to give you a better idea of just how things might go down at home, check out this detailed walkthrough from a Silverado customer now.
All right, today we're installing some taillights on a 2017 Chevy 1500 LT, putting in LTZ taillights. So first step, you're gonna need a, what is this? You know what it is?
I believe it's a 15.
T15 bit on some type of drill. You're gonna take the 2 drill bits, or the 2 holes, spin them out. There's one right there, and one right there. So it's the same exact process on the other side. Alright, so you yank on it, it comes out. It is kind of a little hard. You might have to mess with it a little bit. Then you got 3 plugs on the back. They just twist, righty tighty, lefty loosey. That one's a little bit harder. Now you got your one taillight. Now on these style taillights, you have to replace the whole harness. So keep prepared to do that. You can take your flashlight. This truck's muddy. One of the clips, the first clip is going to be underneath. Alright, so next step is you got to figure out which wire harnesses. This truck has bed lights, so there's 2 wire harnesses that run up in there. Once you get it, the taillight detached, you can just grab a harness and it should pull somewhat down like this one. So on every truck it's different, or it could be different, I'm not sure, but you'll have to follow the wire harness down to the plug, you know, like the computer section, and I had already done that, and mine's going to be this one, I believe. Yeah, I believe it's this one and this one, so they're black and then white. So I guess so you know which side it goes to. So you're going to have to disconnect the clips that hold the wiring harness. Ours came with new clips, so we might break a couple, but you can get a trim tool, actually kind of like this. You're trying to get a little bit better angle so they can see what I'm doing. So up in there, I'm on the clip, and you can get a trim tool or something. Oh, that's a lot of mud. Yeah, make sure you take your truck to a car wash before this, but you can see that the clip opens up just like that, and your wiring harness falls down. You just gotta follow your wiring harness wherever it goes. Try not to tear everything up. So that's that one. And then now with these plugs, there is a red clip that needs to pull down, and then you have to push on the black part. You can't really see it, but I'll show you in here in a second. And it is going to be difficult. You might have to. Alright, there we go. So that's the red clip I was talking about. So all it does is pushes out. It's usually, I can't really show you. It's not working, but yeah, you gotta slide that clip out, and then there's that black spot you push down on and pull, and you might have to wiggle it out one way or another. So then you just take the wiring harness, yank her out, and there's your wiring harness through the one side. Now this one came with adapters. So this is for the cat eye body style from 2014, or this is actually for 1 year older than this, 2014 to 2015 body style. You don't need that for this truck. This one says 2016 to 18. This is a 17, so we need this. You have an extra plug. It will come with these. These are for LED lights, I believe. Plug it in, and you can screw it to the box side somewhere, just not to where you see the screw sticking out. I'm going to unplug these, and then I'm going to feed the wiring harness down first. So we gotta find the same pool that is packed full of mud. We're just gonna get rid of some of that real quick. Alright, there's a hole down in there. Show them. If you can see that, it's way down in there. There'll be a hole. You'll find it. If you can't find the hole, you've got other problems. And you start stuffing. Yep, make sure you feed down the right side wiring harness. Then you go back up and over that little box side spot thing. Plug your plug back in. Just like that, and then make sure, actually, no, there's no red thing on it. So, yep, you just plug it in, make sure you hear it snap, call it a day. So then, you got these little things, which you just plug in. Pretty self-explanatory. And then, there's 2 holes in there. I'm not sure if they come with bolts, or self-tappers, but you can self-tapper it to something up here, right there. That'd be a good spot. But I think we're just gonna zip tie it. You can also just do that, I believe. Alright, go ahead and cut it for a minute. Alright, so then you got your plug. You have a bigger spot on the one side and a smaller spot. You just gotta line it up. That one's a little bit bigger. He did replace these with LED bulbs. Should all be the same. And then you just twist it righty-tighty, I believe. That plugs back into there. Now we're going to test it.
Yep.
And there you go. Well, I guess you got 2 more bolts. Hold on. So next thing you do is you just push them in after, just how you took them out. You pull them out, push them back in. Then you get your screws aligned. Just make sure you start both screws before you tighten them. Make sure they're not across the middle. And don't get them too tight or you will crack your brand new taillight. I'll get that in a second. But there you go. There's your install. Touch up the bottom a little bit. We also did remove the spare tire for this. It's just a little bit easier. You don't have to, but it's going to be easier to do that one.
So wrapping things up here, guys, again, if you are looking to upgrade your factory taillights with an LED option that doesn't deviate too much from the OE recipe, then be sure to check out these OEM-styled LED options right here at AmericanTrucks.com.